Hello, Gemini twin gang, sun, moon, rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you very much for being here. This is your eclipse reading for the next 6 months. I'm doing this for the next 6 months because eclipse season begins with the new moon in Aquarius on February 17th. We had a solar eclipse on that day. That was yesterday. This is going to now come full circle 6 months from now when we have the full moon in Aquarius on July 29th. And then about a week later, eclipse season is going to officially culminate. We'll have like a delineation mark on August 12th with the new moon in Leo, and that'll be the final solar eclipse of the year. So the only intention I set for this reading is to see what is leaving and what is coming in. Because typically in an eclipse season of this magnitude, something will energetically leave our space, leave our life, and that will then create energetic space for something new. So let's see what we have for you, Gemini. You know the drill. It's a collective general reading, so as the messages come through, take what fits. Just leave what doesn't. If it's not your message, it's someone else's. And also check out your other placements, and if you don't know what they are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. With all of that said, Gemini, now let's begin. Tapping into the Gemini collective, sun, moon, rising, as well as Venus placements. What is the eclipse message for the Gemini collective for the next 6 months? What is the eclipse message? One more shuffle here. Thank you. And I'm going to draw 3 cards now from this deck. We have Sandpiper Spirit, Be Playful, card number 51. You also have Lion Spirit, Be Generous of Spirit, card number 37. And your last card is Koala Spirit, Spirit Has a Plan. Oh, look at that. Bottom of the deck, you have Lizard Spirit, Dream the World into Being. Well, that's kind of like Magician energy, which is our card, right? We share that with Virgo. So let's see where we go with this reading. Okay, tell me more about this here for the Gemini collective. Sun, moon, rising, as well as Venus placements. We're clarifying Sandpiper Spirit, Be Playful, card number 51. Lion Spirit, Be Generous of Spirit, card number 37. Koala Spirit, Spirit Has a Plan, card number 35. Tell me more about this here for the Gemini collective. One more shuffle. Thank you. You have the Page of Swords, which is a playful energy. You have the Two of Pentacles. You have the Five of Pentacles. You have the Eight of Pentacles. You have the Sun card. And you have the Chariot. Okay, well, Spirit does have a plan to take you out of a place of lack, Gemini, whether that is emotional, financial, spiritual, or something else. Bottom of that, Page of Cups. Talk about a playful spirit, right? With that Page of Swords to the Page of Cups. I almost feel like some of you will be working on coming back to yourselves. And I don't want to say like a more immature version of yourselves, but a more playful, lighthearted version of yourselves. I get the feeling here with that Two of Pentacles, like the last 2 years has been incredibly difficult for the Gemini collective, each of us for our own reasons. But it's like now the sun is about to shine. So whatever this Five of Pentacles has been for you, and I'm going to say for most of you, most of us, it has been there for the last 5 years, 2 to 5 years. Wow, that's a long time to be sitting in the Five of Pentacles. Again, either emotional, spiritual, financial lack, or something else. But we're about to move forward from it. Spirit has a plan. All right, let's use the After Tarot deck now to clarify. So we are clarifying for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements for the next 6 months of eclipse season. We are clarifying Page of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Chariot for the Gemini collective. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Page of Swords is being clarified by the Two of Swords. The Two of Pentacles is clarified by the Ten of Cups. The Five of Pentacles is clarified by the Magician. Well, there's the Dream Your World into Being card. The Eight of Pentacles is clarified by the Seven of Pentacles. The Sun is clarified by the Ten of Swords. And the Chariot is clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like this is more of a, I don't think this is a relationship reading. So if you're looking for that, check another placement. I feel like this is more of an us reading. Now, for some of us, this has to do with our self-worth. For others of us, this is a financial read. Bottom of deck, Five of Pentacles. Oh, I love this. Talk about Spirit has a plan. Five of Pentacles to the Fool card. Oh, right to the Ten of Pentacles. You literally cannot make this up. Okay, Gemini, if you have been in financial lack, we'll say, with that Five of Pentacles, feeling out in the cold, trying to save your money, trying to create money, really trying to manifest a way out of poverty for some of you. look what you have here in the After Tarot deck, the Five of Pentacles. This person is coming out of that place of lack. They have a big old sack over their shoulder, I guess you could say, filled with coin, filled with money. So you're going from that Five of Pentacles to this new beginning where you are financially abundant. If you want to take this as a self-worth wound that maybe you've had your whole life, or maybe you had a relationship end that was pretty significant and it left you feeling in lack or left you feeling not good enough somewhere in the last 2 to 5 years, I think you're coming out of that. This is huge. So again, if you want to take this as financial, you can. But if you want to take this as your self-worth is increasing, like you're coming out of that feeling of lack, that's what's happening here. So let's start to clarify some of these cards here. We have be playful, Two of Swords to that Page of Swords. I like this because I feel like you are tired of feeling restricted, tired of feeling small, tired of feeling like I can't be myself. I have to, I don't know, I have to show up in a certain way for society. I have to be the serious Gemini. I have to be the intellectual Gemini. And I'm not saying that you won't be those things at the end of the 6-month period, but I think you have hid, for some of you, have hid that joyous, playful, maybe immature at times part of yourselves. And I kind of feel like there's a facade here falling away in this energy. So one of the things that will be eclipsed over the course of the next 6 months is this feeling of I can't be my genuine, authentic self, or I can't be a little silly or a little playful. I think you're going to make more room for that, because in the Two of Swords card, there is no decision here to be made. So if you felt any restriction where I have to show up a certain way, I can't be playful, that's a childish thing, I think you're going to break out of that. So if that's your message, I think that's message number one, is you're breaking out of that. I can't be playful. I can't be youthful. By the time you get to Leo season, you will be feeling more playful and more youthful. Then you have be generous of spirit. You have the Two of Pentacles to the Ten of Cups. This is what I was feeling before. Like, I'm not saying that you weren't happy in the last 2 years or in the last 2 to 5 years, but it's almost like it was hit or miss in that Two of Pentacles. Like I'm walking this very fine line. One day I'm happy, one day I'm not. One day I know what happiness is, one day I don't. Again, it's riding this fine line, and there's this feeling of, am I ever going to attain the level of happiness that I want? I think Spirit will be generous with you. I think these days of juggling happiness, not sure what happiness is, having a difficult time attaining happiness, it's coming to an end. And that Ten of Swords card, I mean, the Ten of Swords card astrologically is our card. It's the Sun in Gemini. It's like the worst is over, Gemini, and the Sun comes out. And it's clarifying literally the Sun card. So this is a really beautiful message. And then you have Spirit has a plan. Yes, Spirit has a plan, but you need to work with it. And I think I said this in your reading last week, or I think it was for this week, like we have to put our shoulder into it. So if there's something here that you've been wanting to work on, like I want to get more playful, maybe I want to travel, or I just want to get out more, right? Maybe I don't want to be so caged in. Then you can't just wait for the universe to drop things on you. You're going to have to create a plan. Spirit has a plan, but you need to work in concert. So maybe take yourself out to the movies or go sightseeing. Again, for those of you where maybe you felt a little claustrophobic, or you haven't been playful, or haven't been feeling like your old self. Yeah, does Spirit have a plan to get you out of that emotional lack? Yep, but it's going to require you in that magician energy to co-create with the universe. So again, if you've been feeling I just heard claustrophobic. So that's not my message, but it could be for yours. Like you felt claustrophobic in your life and you want to get out and be more playful. I would look for opportunities to do that. And I think you're going to find them to be quite enjoyable. And I think Spirit is going to have your back. So if there's something that you want to do, but you haven't had the courage, or you haven't had the strength, or maybe you haven't had the money to do it, I think that's all going to change. But again, you're going to have to put your shoulder into it. So if you're looking for more creative things to do, or how to be more playful, I think if you look for those opportunities, they're going to instantly come to you, either by thought or something that you see online or on TV. But you're going to have to, like I said, open your mind up to those possibilities of how can I be more playful, or what are things that I can do to restore playfulness and joyousness into my life. For others of you, I'm telling you, this is financial related. Again, you're going to have to put your shoulder into it. If there's something you want to learn, a business you want to launch, a business that you currently have, but maybe you aren't putting, your best foot forward into it. provided you co-create with the divine and you're saying, this is what I want, and now I'm going to do the work, it literally is yours. You go from the 5 of Pentacles to the 9 of Pentacles, and we had the 5 of Pentacles to the Fool card to the 10 of Pentacles here. So you claim this how you want. You're coming out of this feeling of lack and feeling more joyful and having more opportunities to get out and connect with people, build long-term connections and be happy in them and be able to be yourself in them. Claim it as that. You want to claim this as doing something here in terms of saving money, creating money, launching your own business, or taking your current business or enterprise to a higher level. Claim it as that. But again, whatever this is for you, whether it's internal to you in terms of your happiness and your self-worth, or external to you in terms of creating money, is the opportunity there? Yes. Do you have to, 3 of Pentacles, co-create with the divine to make it happen? Yes. But I think you're going to find the next 6 months a lot easier for you to do that. 8 of Pentacles to the 7 of Pentacles. Again, whatever this is for you. I don't want to keep reiterating the message, but losing weight, getting out of your comfort zone, having more fun, saving money, learning something new. Again, that 7 of Pentacles, you know, he's got the farmer's hoe there over his shoulder. He's planting that seed, but the 8 of Pentacles is that, but then we have to work on it. So provided you do the work, yeah, it's a new dawn, it's a new day. Oh my God, 10 of Pentacles to the Page of Cups. This is really good energy. This is, I only did Aries and Taurus, and there's, for Aries, it looks like they were walking away from a person. And for Taurus, they were coming to the realization why a particular connection in their life didn't play out, or why they stayed in it longer than they should have. So there seems to be more focus on cleaning some karmic debris that's still lingering in their energy. Your karmic debris is a little bit different. I don't feel like this is connected to another person per se, where you're walking away from a person or you're ruminating on why did I stay in that so long. No, this seems to be, I am ready to create my best life yet. And Spirit here is saying, if you put the work in, we're going to get you out of lack, whatever that is for you. Okay, tell me about the 5 of Pentacles. Tell me about the 5 of Pentacles. This is like the existing energy. So again, either not feeling good enough, feeling confined, feeling constrained, feeling an emotional lack, and for some of you, it could be financial. Let's get one more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the Knight of Cups, we have the 6 of Pentacles, and we have the Tower. Yeah, that 5 of Pentacles is about to be blown up. But again, Knight of Cups is the second slowest knight in tarot. So you have to take the inspired action. You don't have to be reckless with this action like a Knight of Swords or a Knight of Wands would be. And you don't have to sit on your hands and do nothing like a Knight of Pentacles. You do have to take action, but it has to be methodical, and it has to be because you love to do this. I'm getting out into the world because I really want to do this. I'm going to start taking better care of my vessel, of my body, because I love my vessel. I love my body. You know, I'm going to really learn this new skill, or put my shoulder into launching a business or taking my current business to the next level because I really love what I do, or I really want to, you know, I really love the idea of learning whatever blank is. So again, whatever this is for you, you have to have, your heart has to be invested in it. But I feel that 5 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles to the Tower. I mean, again, it's, I don't want to say it takes a little bit of effort, but it takes a little bit of you saying, I'm going to love myself enough to do this, whatever that is, the diet regimen, learn this thing, launch that business, be more playful. It's just a little effort. We go from the 5 to the 6, like that, in that Tower moment. And Queen of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, this is like for love of self. Again, I don't feel like this is connected to anyone else. So if you want a love reading, I'm going to say probably look at your moon or Venus, since the moon rules our emotions, and your Venus placement would be, you know, about your romantic partnerships. You might want to take a look at that, but this really seems to be screaming financial and emotional abundance coming out of that lack. Clarify the Magician, because in the After Tarot deck, you as the Magician, right, that's our card, we're active. Where in the regular tarot decks, the Magician card is just, person's just standing there and they have all the aces on the table, but they haven't utilized them. So this is active creation with the divine, because it's like now you're juggling all the aces, like now you're using them. So clarify that Magician energy. One more shuffle here. Thank you. You have the Hierophant. That, again, you co-creating with the divine, Page of Cups, and the World card. Bottom of the deck, the Sun card. This is going to change your life. A little bit of effort. Oh, what's that song? Just a little bit of heart and soul. I'm not sure if the lyrics of that song have anything to do with this message, but Yeah, a little bit of heart and a little bit of soul into whatever this is here that you're working on or you want to create for yourself. Or like I said, just being more playful and more youthful. It's going to take you places that you haven't been before. Clarify that Sun card. Take you places you haven't been before. So maybe you haven't been this happy in a long time, or you haven't been this successful in a long time, or maybe you were never as happy as you're about to become, or maybe you never were as successful as you were about to become. Tell me about that Sun card. Bottom of the deck, the High Priestess. Wow, talk about working in concert with the divine. Tell me about the Sun card. We have the Lovers, we have the Devil, and we have the Three of Wands. Fool card, I told you, it's a whole new beginning. I like this because the Lovers card is our card, and originally, before we called it the Lovers card in tarot, moons ago, many moons ago, it was considered the Choice card. It was actually called the Choice card. I like the Devil card here because the Devil is Capricorn. Capricorn's ruled by Saturn. Saturn's doing some biggie things up there in outer space, astrologically speaking. And if you've ever known a high vibrational Capricorn, when they set a goal or a strategy or a plan, they put all of themselves into it. They want to lose 20 pounds, they end up losing 30. So just make sure that this doesn't become too obsessive for you, okay? But again, I feel like with a little bit of energy, a little bit of, I've learned my lesson from the past, because Saturn could talk about our lessons. I'm going to take the lessons of the past, and I'm moving forward now, and I'm going to be dedicated to blank, again, whatever blank is for you, and you move forward in that Three of Wands. That's Aries energy. Again, that's actually astrologically the Sun in Aries. You have 3 Sun cards here, okay? The Sun in Gemini, the Sun card, and the Sun in Aries. So again, making the choice to say, I'm going to be committed to this. Again, not obsessed, but more like committed to this. And you have the 4th Sun card here. So, I mean, this is huge. You end up getting what you want. And I'm not saying you're going to wake up on, August 12th in Leo season and be like, I got everything I ever wanted, but you're going to be a hell of a lot closer to it than you are right now. So what's exiting your life in eclipse season? Lack or, emotional lack or financial lack. And maybe for some of you both. Again, it depends what you're going to put your effort towards. Tell me about that 10 of Swords. Whatever you put your effort towards changing, that's what's going to come to an end and change for you. So again, whether this is interior to you, internal to you, or external. One more shuffle here. Thank you. 10 of Swords is clarified. You got the, how many times did you get the Chariot card? There you go. The Chariot, the 9 of Cups, and Temperance. Bottom of the deck, the Tower. The Tower to the Tower. Holy but Jesus. Gemini, this is huge. Like for me, I'm interpreting this as my business here that I started in April of 2024. And it's come a long way. I mean, the channel is great. I see the numbers. But financially speaking, quite honest, between you and I'm not making anywhere near what other channels are making, or at least what other channels claim they're making. And I don't know why that is. Maybe I need to put some effort into changing the format of the channel or the types of readings I provide. But again, if I put that effort in and I change things up, then I'll see the monetary reward. Because right now I'm living like YouTube paycheck to YouTube paycheck, and they only pay you every month for the last month. So it takes a long time. So it could be like, for me, I'm going to interpret it as that. If I put some effort into maybe changing around the channel a bit or what I offer, then I'll see an increase in revenue, which for me would be quite the blessing. So take this how it resonates to you. A little bit of effort here is going to go a long way. Tower, the Star card, and the 7 of Cups, which I like because in the After Tower deck, the person is choosing the Ace of Cups, leaving on the shelf the 6 Cups. So the old way we did something, or the old way we thought about something, or the old way we used to diet. You know what I mean? The old way we used to do work, the old way we used to show up in the world. So take this message how it resonates to you, but man, you're changing. We're changing in the course of 6 months, but it's going to require our effort. I want to clarify that Chariot card, which is Cancer season. Obviously, we have a super moon in Cancer, a new moon in Cancer, which will be a super moon. It's the last super moon of the year, and it's on July 14th. This is going to be really big, but I think we're going to have to put in a lot of effort between now and July 14th. Start off small, going from 5 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, and then I feel like it gains momentum. Tell me about that Chariot energy. One more shuffle. Thank you. 3 of Pentacles, the 10 of Wands, and the 3 of Cups. it's like it'll be worth the effort. If you're thinking, I don't know if I want to quit smoking, right? It could be smoking for some of you. Maybe that Five of Pentacles is health related. I don't do health readings, and I'm a smoker, so I'm not shaming you if that's what you're doing here. But you could say, you know what? I wanna feel youthful again. Maybe whatever you're doing here it is, maybe it's affecting you health wise, and you're like, I'm realizing my age, and I want to start taking better care of myself. And you could choose to give up something like that. And again, if you put some effort, you will be highly successful. By the time you get to Cancer season, Leo season, you're gonna be like, wow, I'm celebrating this. I put a little effort and I was able to overcome this toxic addiction. Or again, if this is you looking at yourself and saying, I really need to start eating better, or going for walks, or improving my nutrition or exercise regimen, again, little bit of effort. Maybe something you wanted to do for the last 2 to 5 years, but you haven't. Life got in the way. It happens. And this could be you saying, you know what, I want to start taking better care of myself. And a little bit of effort, by the time you get to July or Leo season, July or August, that Cancer or Leo season, there's a reason to celebrate. You're like, wow, I lost all that weight, or I'm feeling better, or I gave up that toxic addiction. And for those of you where this is money, just a little bit's going to go a long way. Either way, with some effort, we'll all end up in that Nine of Pentacles, which is a beautiful energy. This is someone who's, whether you're, again, single or partner, it has nothing to do with the reading. It's you, it's us, feeling grounded, feeling stable, feeling financially independent, or again, if this is health related, just feeling better health-wise. This is someone who's enjoying the fruits of their labor. Really nice energy. Tell me about that Nine of Pentacles. This is someone who's not in lack. They're not in emotional lack. They're not in financial lack, and they take very good care of themselves. It's pre-Empress energy. Tell me about that Nine of Pentacles. One more shuffle. Thank you. You have the Ace of Swords. Everything I said is the truth. You have the Page of Swords, which takes us right back to the beginning, and you've got Justice. Wow. Bottom of deck, King of Cups, Eight of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Four of Cups. This is really, really, really nice energy for the Gemini collective. So I'm going to leave your reading there, Gemini. I think Spirit has a plan here to get us out of the Five of Pentacles, however you define it, and with a little bit of effort on your part, Spirit will be generous and give us the outcome that we desire. I actually think for some of us, the outcome will be better than what we originally hoped or planned it to be. Let's get you some oracle cards, and we'll close it out with some kippers. Really nice reading. And it's like karmic justice is served, but it's because of your effort. Okay? They're face down. I'm being told not to take them. Can I have one card here for the Gemini collective for eclipse season? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Dream your world into being. Yeah, a little bit of effort's going to go a long way. You have breakthrough. Told you, this is like the third tower card now. Overcome the obstacles, move beyond your limitations, and embrace your new growth. Hallelujah. Bottom of the deck, Braveheart. Face the world with fearlessness, breaking through all of the boundaries with courage. Yeah, a little bit of courage. That's what I was saying before, right? A little bit of heart and soul is going to go a long way here. Let's get another oracle card here for Gemini. Another oracle card here for Gemini collective for eclipse season. Breakthrough of a lifetime. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Ancient ruins. History holds wisdom. Learn from the past. Yeah. That's what you're doing here. Again, something that made you feel in lack, or maybe you're healing some financial wounds, financial issues. Like I said, could be health related. Bottom of the deck, Celestial Gate. Well, there's your new opening. There's your new timeline, if you will. Doors to the other realm now opens. Embrace the magic. Magician, magic. Dream your world into being. Amazing. All right, we're going to close it out with some kippers. I have this deck here. I forgot the name of it. I received it from a subscriber last year. I used it in the private readings when I was doing private readings. I don't think, except for Aries and Taurus that I just did, I don't think I've ever used it in a collective reading. But I was called to use it as an advice card here for you. So it may or may not pertain to the message that came out today. We'll see. But it's just a little extra message here for the next 6 months for you. Let's get six Kipper cards now for the Gemini collective for this message for the next 6 months. Okay. Bad health. So maybe for somebody, again, financial health, emotional health, could be physical health. Like I said, taking better care of yourself. Diet or exercise regimen, it's on the way out, whatever it is. Again, with a little bit of effort. Courtship. And you have courthouse. Bottom of that, community. Is that another message there coming through? All right, let me get 3 cards here for Gemini. We have wealthy man. The imprisonment card came out on the side, and you've got coffin. Again, this is an end to lack. Emotional lack, physical. Stop me in the tracks. 777. This is the sudden wealth card. Remember I said it's going to be even bigger than what you could have imagined or dreamed of or what you're planning it to be. It'll get you out of this feeling of lack. I think you become the wealthy man or the wealthy woman here. Coffin, child, and community. I'm going to be honest with you. In addition to all of this stuff, whether you're changing things up in terms of your health regimen or you're working on your money, there's something here about you also being more playful and more jovial, returning back to like your true innocence. And maybe it's because of the changes you're making. You'll just feel better. You'll feel happier. Like you'll feel more playful. I'd like to know about the courtship card. I didn't pick up anything in regards to love in your reading. I would tell you I'm in a 5.5-year relationship. So, you know, if I thought there was anything like that, I would have told you. But this is another message. Okay. The concern card just fell out. Tell me more about courtship, concern, and courthouse. Some of you could be, in addition to all of this, because, you know, we're Gemini. We always, 8, 9, 10 of swords is attributed to us for a reason. It could be for some of you, you are thinking about a relationship either in your life or one that you would like to bring into your life in terms of a romantic partnership, like a new soul contract. Can I get 2 cards on that for Gemini? Mature woman. You could be mature woman, mature man, or you could be thinking of that counterpart. And then you have a message here at the bottom of the deck, and then you have adjudication. So you could take this 2 different ways. The current connection that you are in is going to a higher level of commitment. Adjudication to the courthouse, to the message. And we have mature woman, we have wealthy man. You could be either or here. So there could be discussions here with you and your person about taking the relationship to a higher level of commitment. For others of you, if you're single, this is also someone new now coming on your path. I'm going to just draw 3 cards on that for you. In terms of this romantic partnership for the Gemini collective, yeah, you got another message card behind that. So whether they're single or partnered, what do they need to know about their romantic connection over the course of the next 6 months? One more shuffle. Thank you. 4 of Swords, the High Priestess, and the King of Swords, bottom of the deck, Temperance. If you're currently in a connection, it's going to a higher level of commitment. It looks like you and your person are having discussions here, healing some old wound in the connection. This is a spiritual connection for the 2 of you. It looks like you will be generous with one another. And this is part of the plan for the 2 of you to come together. So that's a different message. If you're a single Gemini, you're meeting someone new who has a gift for gab, much like you do. This is a spiritual connection. This is a very healing connection. 3 more cards here on this. One more shuffle. Thank you. King of Pentacles is in the reverse. 4 of Cups and the Page of Pentacles, bottom of the deck, the Death card. Either you're closing out a marriage or this person is. Because I have a marrying king here who's in the reverse. And then I have that new king here. I feel like this is your new person. They don't have to be an air sign. I just feel like someone who's got a gift for gab. So, yeah. If you're with someone and you're like, there's a triangulation here going on. There could be something like that where you're getting a divorce or they're getting a divorce. So the 2 of you can be together. So you can exchange this pentacle, plant a new seed here for your future. If not, if you're single, then I think you're meeting someone here who's divorced. Death card, 5 of Wands, Queen of Wands. Yeah, this is a new relationship here. So you claim this how you want. This is an easy breezy, collaborative 3 of Pentacles kind of relationship. So it's either your current one or a new one. This is someone highly attracted to you. This is your love relationship evolving. There's no argument here in this 5 of Wands in the After Tarot deck. No one's fighting. That's the feeling I was a very easy breezy here relationship. So you can claim that how you want. Either a divorced person entering your life, you're in the process of becoming divorced. This is a new person entering your life. Or you're already in a triangulation, Gemini, and you and your person are divorcing to be together. Again, you take all those messages, how they resonate to you. We'll close it out with the final advice card here. But yeah, trust that Spirit has a plan. Whatever it is you're working on with a little bit of effort, it is yours. Final advice card here for Gemini for eclipse season. One more shuffle. Thank you. Okay, you got 2. Of course, you're the twins. You have hope. As I journey through life, I hold on to my faith in God. Divine love guides and protects me in every situation, no matter the challenges. I trust in my true nature. Today, I welcome life with the belief that light always returns and endless possibilities await. Hallelujah. Together in the light, maybe this is this love partnership that you have. I give thanks for everyone who enters my life, recognizing that we are all exactly where we need to be. Each person contributes to my growth, and every interaction is a gift meant to help me overcome inner conflicts. By focusing on my own development rather than others' faults, I align with the divine. So this could be a divine union for some of you. Again, I feel like your current connection going to a higher level of commitment. We have an exchange of gifts here. So I don't know, maybe there's a proposal here to move in together, to get married, something like that, have kids together. I don't know where you are in the journey of this relationship. Could be reconciliation here. For others of you, you're meeting a divine partnership. At the bottom of the deck, you have God sustains me. So I would continue to connect with the divine, ask for what it is that you want, put in some effort, and literally watch miracles unfold here over the course of the next 6 months. Whatever that Five of Pentacles is, you're going to wake up on August 12th in Leo season, and it'll most likely not be in your life anymore. You're going to be on a whole new chapter, a whole new journey here of abundance. So figure out what that Five of Pentacles is and start putting a little bit of effort right now into how to overcome it, and just watch what unfolds for you over the course of the next 6 months. That is what I have for you, Gemini. Huge eclipse message there for you. Thank you again for being a time traveler. If you like that message, resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to say to go watch your moon placement if you're looking specifically for love. And I guarantee you that person, whether it's your current person or a new person, will probably pop up in that reading, since that wanted to be a last minute message that came in for you. Yeah, so click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And I read for you again, Gemini. Good luck with this. Get to work. And as always, I'm sending you light, love, and peace.